Well, are you tall? Do you ever wish that you were a little bit taller, maybe? Well, today we're celebrating being tall because a friend of mine, Kat Smith, has written a new book entitled I'm Tall, You're Not, so that makes us even. Welcome to Insights, Kat. And you brought with you today some friends. Tell us who they are.
We have Sonia Jordan.
And Sonia's how tall?
5'10".
5'10".
And we have Hope Stevens.
Hope?
I'm 6'1".
6'1". Welcome to Insights, everybody.
Thank you.
And I'm 6'2".
And you're 6'2". You know, it's so much fun to be able to sit here and laugh about being tall because for so many people it's a burden, you know, especially for younger girls.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And I want all the young girls out there, teens, contact me, amazoniangoddess.ning.com. I would love to have your perspective on being tall, the challenges and the advantages. There's a lot of advantages of being tall. So contact us, join the social network. But yeah, there are a lot of challenges, but the book is inspirational humor. I wrote it because there is a level of tolerance that we have to have with being tall, and I'm sure you can agree. People feel that it's very, you know, it's okay to come up and say, oh my God, look how tall you are, you know?
Well, actually, I'm a little envious. I'm 5'5", and I've been out with you before.
Yeah.
I've been to lunch with Kat before, and you walk into the restaurant, and you think, oh, everybody's looking at me because I'm so cute. They're not. They're looking at her because she's so cute and so tall. When tall women enter a room, they make such a statement and presence. Do you ladies notice that when you walk in?
That's very true. I would agree. But when you enter a room being a tall woman, sometimes if you're tall, you're growing up tall, you hear those type of comments that are debilitating to your character, and so you walk around shrugged over shoulders because
Is that what you did when you were younger?
You don't embrace. But when you're a woman who embraces your height, embrace yourself totally and completely, when you do walk in a room, you do make a difference in the presence, a difference in the ambiance. So it's about embracing yourself.
Is that why you call everybody, tall ladies, Amazonian goddess? Is that what you call it?
Yes, because we are goddesses and we're warriors. We go out every day and we face the society and we hold our head up. And that's why I wanted to write the book, is because we do more than just play basketball. So don't walk up to a tall woman and ask her if she plays basketball.
Not
don't play basketball.
Yes,
Yeah,
I mean,
everybody plays basketball.
No, you know, nothing bad about playing basketball, nothing against athletes. But that's why I put so many lists of successful women of various industries in the book, so you can see, you know, how tall Madeleine Albright was.
That's right. You've got some great people in the book. And of course, our new First Lady to be.
Michelle Obama. She joined the
tall.
club. She's 5'10" ¾
As a matter of fact, it was interesting watching her during the election because she'd go from flats to a low heel to a higher heel.
Yes.
Somehow it seems that when she's with her husband, it really doesn't matter, you know, because they rock it like it is.
Oh,
but
yeah.
when she has to have a formal photo made, like the other day in the White House, I noticed she wore a lower heel because she had to wear a heel, but for the most part, she seems to you know, love her height.
Yeah, she embraces her height, and with growing up tall, which is one of the chapters in the book, to understand that it is an awkward time. You get picked on by folks because you are taller. You're at the end of the line if you get, you know, lined up by different classes and going down the hall, and, you know, for elementary school kids. But I was tall my whole life.
You said you were the tallest member in your family.
Yes, out of 12 children, I'm taller than all 7 of my brothers. So you know they just love that. I'm 6'2". I'm 1 inch taller than my youngest brother and 2 inches taller than my oldest brother.
Wow.
So yeah.
And Sonia, what are some of the things you've been through as an Amazonian goddess?
You know, growing up, being the tallest person in the class, people tend to pick on you just because, right?
Yeah.
So for years, I just did not embrace being tall. And then I moved to Germany. And the Frauleins love to be tall, and they wore these 6-inch heels. And I'm looking at them like, well, wow, you know, I'm not that tall compared to them. But they embraced it, and it was just the beauty of it, and I thought, okay. So when I came back, I used to shop for short, not anymore, I shop for heels.
All right.
Because I like wearing heels. But I have a daughter that's 6'3", and we made her a t-shirt when she was growing up that said no on the front, and on the back is I don't play basketball.
Oh, cute.
But it took her a long time to embrace hers. And then one of my daughter does the kind of bending over, and I'm always like, no, stand up tall. So it's always been beautiful when we're all together, because we're all tall.
Yes.
So we know we make a statement when we walk in. And don't walk in laughing or talking. People turn around and look like, okay, who do they think they are? But it's really been a beautiful
Hope, what kind of experiences have you had?
It was the being picked on, you know, being tall and being slim or skinny. You know,
Now, the skinny part is good.
I know.
I think the skinny part is good.
Yeah.
The skinny part is great, but you know, when you're growing up in the adolescence and you know, when you're getting teased and it seems like everybody's filling out but you, it was a little tough. But my daughter, who's 21, is 6'2", so a lot of the experiences that I had helped me with her to help her embrace her height. But you know, I just had to learn that it just really helps you to build a stronger character, because you start fighting off those things then. It's probably what makes me really embrace my height now. So I love it now. You know, go to the grocery store, can you please get that off the top off of me, please? So I love it now, but it was tough.
How did you guys handle dating when you were teenagers and first started going out?
God.
Tough.
Tough?
That's tough because guys who are shorter than you don't necessarily want to approach you. And I mean, for me, I don't judge a man by his height. I judge him by the stature of his spirit, his mind, and his heart. But it's tough. You know, if I meet a man who's taller than me, great. That's a cherry on the sundae for me. But if I don't, it's okay. But a lot of men will not approach you because you are tall.
Kat, you addressed that in the book. I mean, with a bit of humor, but if men read this book, you'll love tall women after that, right? Talk about that a little bit.
That was the point of the book. Because we want people to understand, you know, the day-to-day life of a tall woman. You cannot go to the grocery store without someone asking you to reach something up on a high shelf, or a clothing store, or you can't pumping gas. I mean, you know, seriously, you will, you know, folks will be like, oh my God, look how tall that lady is, you know. And, you know, it's like, we're tall, but we're not deaf. We hear you talking. So it's like, okay, then the thing about dating, it's when you approach a goddess, when you approach a goddess, you need to have a, you know, stand up straight and just come to us correct. Don't try to be funny. Don't go call us, you know, Twin Towers, and I put all the names they call us in the book.
I know.
You know,
that was funny.
Bigfoot, Lurch, Big Bird. I mean, we've been called all kinds of Sasquatch. And so don't try to be funny, because we don't think that's funny, you know.
Okay, so what's the approach for a guy who is interested in a
They
tall
should
lady?
bow and say,
Oh, please! Fall to their knees.
In the presence of royalty.
Yes, you're in the presence of royalty. Your Highness, may I have permission to speak?
It never hurts.
Yes, but no, they should just, you know,
think
be
that-
themselves.
Do you think that makes guys uncomfortable? Maybe they want to approach you, but they figure that because of the mismatch.
Yeah, I think most men need to feel that they can protect their woman, okay? And
Well, they can still protect you.
well, they, you know, I just think that if someone is after us, if someone's chasing us down the street, you know, I don't want him jump behind me and say, "Get him, baby." You know, so I want my man to feel comfortable that he can protect me. So I particularly want a taller man in my life. But it's, you know, it's not, I mean, every woman wants a tall man. So pickings are very slim for the rest of us, because tall men, sometimes they don't feel comfortable looking eye to eye with their woman.
Maybe they need to talk to Barack, huh?
Yes, you know, they need strong, you know, tall women. But I think the challenges with dating comes in the fact that she is tall, and she gives off a presence of a dominating presence, and we give off a dominating presence, and so that's a lot to contend with when you are, you know, the man, you know.
Okay, so if somebody wants to say something flattering to you when they meet you, what should they say?
Oh,
What would be
are you a
something nice to
model?
say? Yeah.
Are you a model? That, I mean, models are beautiful, they're stunning, they're striking, so that's a compliment. But to come up and ask if you play basketball, that, I mean, nothing against that.
How's
It's
the air
like,
up there?
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
long
that's
drink
okay.
of water. You know. Yeah, that's kind of stuff. It's
Okay,
yeah.
we're almost out of time, but run through a few of the women throughout history who've been tall and have made significant.
Let's see. I'm trying to think.
Eleanor Roosevelt. as you said, was
Yes.
tall.
Yeah. Madeleine Albright. let's see, I'm trying to think of who else I put in there. Robin Roberts with
Of
Good
course,
Morning
yeah.
America.
Major TV figure.
Yeah.
Cleopatra Jones.
Cleopatra.
Oh, yes, Tamara
Pam
Dobson, she
Grier.
was my idol.
Maya Angelou is tall. Lots,
Yes,
lots of
Maya
important women are tall.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're all over the page, and we're all over the world because
Right.
there are tall women all over.
And I'll tell you would really enjoy this book, everybody. It's entitled I'm Tall, You're Not, so that makes us even. A short book about tall women by Catherine Cat Smith. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
It's fun.